Hey guys, and welcome to another video. In this video I want to show you guys how you can make supply and demand work for you, and show you as well that this strategy does work. If you do have a good set of rules and you know what you're looking for, then it is definitely going to work for you. Putting aside obviously psychology and discipline and all that good stuff, we can't really test that here, but I just want to show you guys that this strategy does work if you know what you're doing. So what we have here is Forex Tester 3. I think a lot of you know what it is. It's a backtesting software, so it's going to allow me to go through tons of charts, any date that I want, and I can start testing from there, and all my results are going to be shown here. So just to make this legitimate, I want you guys to see that this is going to be a very random date. So here it says, this is a random date generator, so I did put in these dates already. I was just testing it. So it's going to generate a date anywhere from 2000 to 2019, and whatever date it generates, we're going to be trading from that date. So let's go ahead and see what day we get. So this is what we get: 2002 1010. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start trading from this date onwards to prove to you guys that this does work. And you're going to see how I do my trading, sort of, and then let's see how the results are. Okay, so let's start with a new project. So we're going to be doing EU for this, and let's start with the trading. So I'm probably going to fast forward this so that you guys don't have to watch through the whole thing. This is going to take probably some time. I'm probably going to do a couple dozen trades before I call it quits. So yeah guys, stay tuned.
I don't need Dom Perignon, I don't need Chris Tangeray, Alizé, I don't need shit, nigga. I'm high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I stay high all the time, and I'm on some bullshit. Give me some Joe Purple Haze and some chocolate. Give me a Dutch and a lighter, I spark shit. And stay high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I'm high all the time, and I'm on some bullshit. Every time I roll up, niggas holler roll up. And I tell them hold up, you ain't getting money, you ain't smoking in my Benzo. 20-inch Lorenzo, smoking a window. High as a motherfucker, I be on them back streets. Niggas know I clap heat. Only if you got beef, man, you better holler at me. Niggas get locked up, stabbed up, shot up. Every time I pop up, a lot going on in my hood. I shoot the dice, I holler, get them girls. Daddy need new shoes. Daddy need Pirellis to look mean on 22. Stash box, Xbox, laptop, fax machine, phone. Bulletproof this bitch and I'm gone. 2003 Suburban swerving. Too many sips of Henny. The D's sick, they searched the whip and they can't find the semis. They was just harassing me cause they know who I was. Spent the night in Central booking some smoking some bud. Dom Perignon, I don't need Chris Tangeray, Alizé, I don't need shit, nigga. I'm high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I stay high all the time, and I'm on some bullshit. Give me some Joe Purple Haze and some chocolate. Give me a Dutch and a lighter, I spark shit. And stay high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I'm high all the time, and I'm on some bullshit. Now if you heard I done started some shit, it ain't because I be high, I be high, I be high. And if you heard I done let off a clip, it ain't because I be high, but I twist that la 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 la. I get high as I want a nigga, Go against me for sure, you's a goner, nigga. I don't smoke to calm my nerves, but I got beef. Finna crush my enemies like I crushed the ass sheets. If you love me, tell me you love me. Don't stare at me, man. I hate to be in the pants for clapping one of my fans. Now let me show you how to greet me when you meet me, when you see me. If you're real, my nigga, you know how to holler G-Unit. There's no competition, it's just me. 50 Cent, motherfucker, I'm hot on these streets. If David could go against Goliath with a stone, I could go at Nas and Jigga, both for the throne. I don't need Dom Perignon, I don't need Chris Tangeray, Alizé, I don't need shit, nigga. I'm high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I stay high all the time, and I'm on some bullshit. Give me some Joe Purple Haze and some chocolate. Give me a Dutch and a lighter, I spark shit. And stay high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I'm high all the time, and I'm on some bullshit. Now who you know besides me who write lines and squeeze nines and have hoes in the hood sniffing on white lines? You don't want me to be your kid's role model. I teach him how to buck them 380s and load up them hollows. Have shorty fresh off the stoop, ready to shoot. Big blunt in his mouth, deuce in his boot. Sit in the crib sipping Guinness, watching Menace, then oh lord. Have a young nigga bucking shit like he old dog. My team, they depend on me when it's crunch time. I eat a nigga food in broad day like it's lunchtime. You feeling brave, nigga, go ahead, get gully. See if I'ma leave your brains leaking up out your scully. I done made myself hot, so ain't shit you can tell me. Now niggas calling me the feature, man, fuck your money. I ain't hurting, I'm alright, nigga, I'm doing good. I ain't got the right rhymes, I got bricks in the hood. I don't need Dom Perignon, I don't need Chris Tangeray, Alizé, I don't need shit, nigga. I'm high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I stay high all the time, and I'm on some bullshit. Give me some Joe Purple Haze and some chocolate. Give me a Dutch and a lighter, I spark shit. And stay high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I'm high all the time, and I'm on some bullshit. G-Unit, are you ready? G-Unit, are you ready?
Okay, guys, I think that is quite good. So, as you can see here at the top left, it says that I took 16 trades in total. And I did get 8 profitable trades and 8 losing trades. So what does this mean? The win rate here at the bottom left shows 50%. So my starting balance in this with this account in this scenario was $10,000. So here I did deposit 10,000 in this example, and my profit was 117,000. Now the point is, even though I did get, the point isn't really about how much money how much profit I made. So even though the profit was really good, it was, quite a high risk and high reward. But the point here is showing you how you can adjust any strategy, including supply and demand, according to your own desire. So in my case here, even though I won only half of the time, I did manage to get, really profitable. So even if you were to have a 50% win rate, you could still be very, very profitable. And why is that? Because whenever I do win, I make sure that my wins are huge compared to my losses. So say on average, my loss is 10,000, for example. I make sure that my reward is more than 10,000. Why is that? Because even though I eventually get a win rate of only 50%, but because my average win is way more than my average loss, then that means that I am still profitable. So you don't really always have to aim for a high win rate. You can still have a 50% win rate. You can even have a negative win rate. You can even have like a 30 or 40% win rate. But if your average win is like 3 or 4 times or 10 times your average loss, then there's no need to worry about your win rate. So let's look at this here. My average loss was 15,000, but my average profit was 30,000. A lot of the wins were about like a 3-to-1 or 4-to-1, whereas my losses were pretty much a fixed 1-to-1, or like the size of the zone itself. Point here is, if you know what you're doing, and if if you have a good plan set and you've back tested to make sure that across 100, of course these number of trades aren't like accurate for you to like be reliable or anything, but if you do end up trading, say like if you do end up back testing like hundreds and hundreds of trades, then it's very likely that once you go live, your results are going to be the same thing. Why is that? Because you've proven that with all these trades that you've taken, of course these aren't like you're actually like live testing them technically. So these trades should be similar or close to what you actually do in the live markets. So what I just suggest everyone to do is, oh my god, I really wish I got filled in this trade, but unfortunately my buy limit was a bit too safe, on the safe side, but it's fine. Anyway, I strongly like suggest anyone who wants to know whether the strategy works or not, there's no need to live test it immediately. Like it's best to go back and back test the strategy. If you do have Forex Tester, then that's perfect, because this software is honestly amazing. This is like one of the best ways you can test your strategy, through Forex Tester, because you can open up a chart from any date, any time frame, any pair, and just start testing. Like take your time with it and see what's wrong, see what's not, try to optimize your strategy. There are many ways to go about having a good strategy. So like I said, yeah, you don't need to have a positive win rate strategy, but there are some strategies out there that are profitable and they have a high win rate, which is also good. So I mean, see what suits you, see what works for you, and that's it. That's all that matters. You don't really need to copy other people or try to figure out what somebody else is doing. Just try to do your own testing, figure out your own style, see what suits you, and keep testing it to make sure that it's profitable. So I think that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Yeah, take care.